KG Ringy Quick Hitter. Apex setup.
Hey everybody, Ringmaster Tim here. KG and I get tons of questions about how we set up our different detectors that we use, and this time we're going to talk about the brand new Apex. Yep.
After several months of testing this bad boy, KG and I have zeroed in on our preferred personal settings, and just as we've done with all of our other detectors, we're going to show you how we set up our Apexes right out of the box. If you've followed us at all over the years, you probably already know that we like hunting old foundations and areas where we run into a bit of trash. So with that in mind, here's how we set up our Apexes to start a hunt. First off, I love hunting with a smaller 5x8 Ripper coil. I use that as my main coil on the Apex, just like I use a 5x8 on all my AT detectors. KG tends to use the larger coils more often than I do, but it comes down to personal preference. I won't dwell on the coil choice here because you can take a look at quick hitter number 56 where I do a full 4 days of testing on the 5x8 Ripper with the Garrett team if you want to hear more about it. So the Apex has a really easy, intuitive, user-friendly menu, which is nice for beginners and everyone really, especially for those that fit into the category of bumbling doofuses. And the cool thing is, once you set up your Apex, the next time you turn it on, it's ready to go with those same settings.
I'm going to give you a really quick rundown of our basic settings, about 5 things we do to set it up,
and then I'll explain the logic behind it after that. First, we'll go to the menu, cycle through it, setting the sensitivity to 1 notch below full blast. We leave the volume at the factory setting of 8, and then set the iron volume to 1. Next, we set the frequency to MF, or multi-frequency. Leave the channel at whatever it's already on, then pop back out to the main operation screen and select 0 as the mode, and that's it. Now, in case you want to know why, here's the reasoning. I try to hunt with the sensitivity all the way up if I can get away with it. I usually end up 1 or 2 notches below the top setting when hunting in junky areas because the garbage causes false signals to a certain degree in all machines. And I'm usually not super concerned with the depth in these areas. It's more of a separation thing. Volume is just a personal preference, whatever you're comfortable with. One of the coolest new features on the Apex is the second volume control for iron only. I set the iron volume to 1 because I can be aware of it and know when I'm in a patch of garbage, but it's not loud or annoying. Again, personal choice based on your own ears, but I like it down at a whisper. Unless we're cherry picking gold or silver or on a saltwater beach, we run in MF or multi-frequency mode to get the best of everything all at once. On saltwater beaches, you definitely want to use MS or multi-frequency saltwater mode. That's definitely the best option there. You really only need to mess with the channel setting if you're getting interference from another detector or power lines or something. If necessary, just cycle through it till you find one that's calm. We're running in 0 mode, which means all the little boxes are displayed and everything you run over with your coil will set the detector off. I like this because with the iron volume set super low, I always know what I'm up against. That being said, if a site becomes too trashy and I want to cherry pick silver, I go to custom and knock out everything below 80. Pulled a mercury dime out of a shooting range full of spent brass using that trick. One other great feature that Garrett introduced on the Apex is the coins mode, which is different than the US coins mode. I love that there's a choice there, and when using it in a place like a public park, it's nice to have the regular coins mode so you don't miss any gold rings or objects that might fall into that no man's land between nickels and dimes.
Well, that's how KG and I set up our Apexes to start the day, and then we adjust the levels depending on, the conditions we run into. But we're loving it, we're having a great time with it, and hopefully you'll have just as much success with your Apex as we've had in the last couple of months.
For more setup and how-to videos like this, go to DIGGINTV.com and click on the Quick Hitters button.
Get out there and find some nectar, everybody. Ringy out.
Quick Hitter!